AskReddit by page 1 in 3 Apple 3 SSS. What's something that's not socially acceptable in America that should be? Retail cashiers getting to sit down. Agree with that. I was a bank teller and they were trying to shame people that sat in chairs. The thin carpet on top of concrete is not enough support for 8 hours. Kicking rude customers out of stores before they escalate to full meltdown. A general no manners, no service rule would be cool. Having the government do your taxes for you. Thanks Intuit and HR Block. I live in China. Not from here, so when I found out they don't have to file taxes because the government just automatically deducts a flat rate each month. Well, it was quite liberating. No tax season, no fuss, no forms. Talking about salaries or how much you make. One job I had, I was brand new being trained. The guy training me was basically the face of multiple departments. He was in all the training videos, he did all the special projects, etc. I mentioned my pay to him at one point, assuming he made a lot more. Nope. I made more than him as a new hire. He quit fairly quickly. Fuck employers who don't take care of their employees. Taking time off when you are not feeling mentally well. I agree. I will also add more vacation time. In Europe you get 4-6 weeks annually. In the US, my friend earned a total of 10 days off per year. Working all year with little break is too normalized. This in turn contributes to people going to work while ill and to burnout. People treat a 4-day weekend away like they took a 2-week vacation. Same goes for maternity leave. First time in the US currently. I'm from Europe. Not adding taxes to the prices is really annoying sometimes. You never exactly know how much you gonna pay at the counter. Us citizen, and I can tell you right now this is so annoying for us too. Living with your parents after university for more than a few months. Most people I know feel enormous social pressure to go out on their own. I didn't like living with my parents, but man did I save a lot of money. Taking time off to heal your body. Like sick days. Valuing sleep and health over the latest party. I live in Europe. Sick leave and the like is just there for everyone. PTO is the same. You have like 4 weeks a year. I work for a very large American company. Our team has a new boss who is based in America. She is attempting to take weekends away from us. Now, we always had to work 1 day each weekend. That's fine. She is claiming however that there will be no availability to book weekends off. And we will be required to work all weekends. We are now putting together a case to take to HR and her boss about how things are done here. And how she can't apply American rules to people outside of America. Sleeping. People don't get any sleep and are shamed for being too tired to function, especially hormonal teens at school. Miss Girl, we need more naps than most. I demand a designated nap time. Honestly, it's weird that culture hasn't adapted to the fact that a lot of people like to stay up later now. Cashiers being able to sit. Being able to sit at work in general. Edit for grammar. Stay at home dads. Go to Europe and you'll see dads everywhere with a pram stroller or walking with their kids to school while mum is working. My cousin's husband in the States gave up his job to be a stay-at-home dad and other Yanks look at him like he's some kind of weirdo. Yeah, it's weird being a stay-at-home dad in America. We don't even build men's bathrooms here with baby changing stations, only women's or family bathrooms. Multi-generational homes. I wrote a paper that required some research into multi-generational housing a few years ago, and I think it's becoming more common with inflation and wage gaps. I'm wondering if this will eventually normalize living with your relatives in the US. Wearing masks when you're sick. In many Asian countries it's frowned upon not to, but here it's stigma. No, I don't want you coughing on me with your flu or cold. Wear a bloody mask. I wish we'd normalize not forcing yourself to work when you are sick. More paid sick leave. But yes, masks when you're sick are a good idea if you must go out. Removing disruptive children out of classrooms for the benefit of the rest of the class. As a teacher, I agree 100%. Inclusion only works with adequate funding and support. Today's classrooms do not get it. And the rest of the class, and the teacher, pays the price. B-days. With your crusty little butts. Got one of those Amazon ones during the great TP shortage during COVID. Best thing ever. A general difference in opinion and fallibility. Fuck you, thinker. S. Mental health care. That's needed all over the world, I dare say. Assisted suicide. Anybody that's seen somebody die of dementia knows what I'm talking about. It's always baffled me that you are supposed to humanely end your pet's life when it's time, but we can't do that for humans. WTH. Taking vacation. Living with family. Outside of America, it's common that adults still live with their parents' siblings, whether out of respect or just to be financially wise. With how the housing and job market is RN, it's hard to see young people living on their own comfortably. I also find the kick your kid out at 18 idea stupid. They were just in high school last month, and now you're treating them like they're 30 with life experience to survive? This is the one I was going to write. It was so surprising when I learned that the rest of the world didn't look down on children living at home with family. Pointing out who's actually at fault for something. I'm still stumped as to why making people be responsible for their actions is a bad thing in America. This is America. We blame someone else. It's Canada's fault we're like this. Using sidewalks. My grandmother lived in a city where most of the streets are sidewalk free. Her town tired to FT sidewalks, put it up for a vote and it was voted down. Then all of the local officials who wanted sidewalks were voted out in the next election. This happened about 10 or more years ago, and I still see signs protesting sidewalks. Emotions. Like yeah, we do happy and angry real good. But a lot of the less nuanced emotions are viewed as weakness. Especially for dudes. Most of the time showing your anxiety is against social rules, showing your grief in anything beyond crying, rage, maybe, not the purge white kind. It should be more accepted to be human on a broader scale for everyone. I'm really glad that my family has never been like this. The more I read about this kind of thing online, the more I appreciate my dad and brother being so emotionally intelligent and open. Not perfect by any stretch, but, yeah. Saying you're ready to stop talking or go home. I don't want to need a reason, I'm just ready now, goodbye. Keeping religion completely TF out of politics.